Gotta catch them all.
Heyo.com.
Shit. What's happening, everybody? We are back for another live episode of Scrub Hop Talk. Myself, JDirty, and the brothers Trox. What's up, fellas?
Which one is this?
This
23.
is, I don't know. I can't keep track anymore.
This is that creepy Jim Carrey movie number. You know what I'm saying?
This is numero 23. Welcome
Remember that
to it.
movie? Remember that?
23.
talk
Yeah,
about
where
it.
he
I
saw,
can't clue what you're talking about.
The number
the Jim
23.
it was like a Jim Carrey horror movie where he saw like the number 23 and everything. You would
There's a
actually
Jim
really like
Carrey
it.
horror movie?
Is it a horror or like a thriller?
It's like a psychological thriller. It's like this dude starts to lose his mind, but the dude is Jim Carrey.
I saw the
It's good,
sequel
Jack.
with Jack Bauer. Is that along the same realm?
No,
It's good, lady.
What's up?
Good, lady.
It's called
Yeah, hell yeah. What's
number
up, lady?
23, not 24.
Wise
Yeah.
guys tuning
Wise
in.
guys.
Oh shit, son. What's up, wise
Welcome to
guy?
the show, homie.
Big shout
Yeah.
out. Big shouts.
I got to
Things are
check
good,
out this
things are
movie. I'm
good.
not going to dwell on it, but I want to see that for sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll send you a
Lu-
link.
Luche is here. Luche. Well, that's what we're gonna call you.
Hello.
Luche. Hello.
Hey. Yeah. Well, anyway, yeah, super dope, man. A lot of you guys are already checking in, which is dope. We've been on the air for like a minute, so fuck yeah.
At least.
I just love that each week we come back and a lot more people
Welcome to
are
the
popping
show.
in. Hell
Good
yeah,
to see
guys,
you.
that is so fucking dope. So, I don't know, man. As far as the week of us, I think we've all got crazy shit. As far as that's not even true. Me and Trox have had crazy weeks. I think he just
Fuck.
found a new bandana.
Yeah.
No,
Cotton-
According
same
to
one.
our post tonight, looks like
same
you've been
t-shirt,
dying in the
same
hospital.
bandana.
Yeah, I
Cotton
know.
has.
I was trying to give him the
Cotton's
benefit of
done
the doubt.
nothing new other than just being a rat piece of. Hey, Cotton.
I do plenty of new stuff.
He had to get his
I
new dog checked for an STD, the same one he might have, coincidentally.
Yeah.
No,
Something about
no.
not fucking your dog. I think.
He's totally
No.
fingering that dog, dude.
Definitely figuring that out.
No. Listen, how dare you? No, I had a wonderful weekend. We can get into it later if you guys want to. I feel like you're trying to tell me that mine was less important anyway. So you want to come back to it?
I'm not trying to say anything. We have blatantly, week after week said that.
Insert
So,
psychopathic rat as bandana here. Yeah, Laney, you should
Laney,
send
he
this
doesn't
fucking
understand
guy.
that reference.
I
Send
don't.
him a
This is a
psychopathic
Bob.
rat
This
as
is a
bandana.
Bob Marley bandana.
You could
Okay.
you could say that he's needing a new bandana from the rider.
What's up,
I
Tracy?
I,
Welcome to the show.
I don't need a new band.
Tracy, hey, I suck, and your package is literally right here. It did not make the mail. I won't show that label with your address, but it is going out. I'm sorry. I'm an asshole that totally forgot to send your box, but it is chock full of fucking flavor from us. So sorry.
The guy
about
who
that,
we
but it's coming.
lovingly refer to as the merch god forgot to send the fucking merch. So
Man,
sorry
it's
about
been a
that.
pretty good merch week for the merch god, and I just kept missing that one because it wasn't in my PayPal history. But anyway, that's beside the point. You're getting your shit.
yeah, and big ups to Tracy for being our new associate producer and hitting us up in the email and saying that she found a video of some dude busting his ass and dying. And we try not to play those videos on our show, so we're gonna go ahead and not play that one. But big ups.
Not speculatory. He died.
I don't know, Tracy. Put in the comments. Did he really? I didn't watch the video. Did he really die?
What do you mean you didn't watch the video?
She didn't send the. She said I found this video, but I didn't know.
Oh.
I didn't know if you guys would want it, and I responded, "No, we're cool."
Usually
not-
we stray away from the ones that are
Oh,
definitely death videos.
She's got the grimace
I
face,
thought-
so that tells me he definitely got murked.
Is a dead.
Or
a
that's
dead
just
felon.
No more snuff films. Yeah, I think we stopped with the snuff films after.
We're not doing the 8mm
shovel.
episode anytime soon.
Yeah,
the
no more
shovel guy.
faces of death.
Snapped his neck. Nah, we're cool.
Yeah.
You
They
don't
were
always
good.
die from that. Some of us have a career from it.
Some of us
true.
has built careers off of snapped necks. Okay?
Hell yeah.
I thought you got the video and just were like, I'm not going to watch it. I was like, how did you not at least check it out?
That's pretty funny.
it's
too.
not graphic, but it's very apparent, man. Because here's the deal, man. Do you have any idea how many videos I see a week where I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I'll give you an example. One that I saw, I was scrolling through today looking for content.
Do you
for
have a
the show.
voice filter on?
No, we'll get into that in a second.
Are you doing like an impression of Johnny
said-
Five?
The news said he died. Great.
Well,
Fake
No.
news.
A video I saw today said this is what happened, or it said, what could go wrong if you're trying to hold something for your friend while he cuts it in half with the tag NSFW. And I was like, I'm going to watch that. That guy didn't have a hand at the end of the video. So I kind of wish I hadn't seen that because now I can't see that. Nah, but he just didn't have a hand.
Wait, so his hand got pulled off? Yanked?
Chopped with a sword.
Sliced with a sword, I'm guessing.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I'll hold spaghetti for my son to karate chop, and I always end up somehow injured. So I can't imagine like the cucumber sword trick went well.
Yeah, it didn't.
Or whatever the context was.
Wise guy said, "Is that the turnstile video, Tracy?" I think she said yes. It was the turnstile. I don't know. Sound off, Tracy.
A guy breaks his neck in a turnstile. No,
What's funny is Wise Guys is like, oh fuck, I know that video.
Yeah, he's like, I've been watching that. I watched that right before I logged on.
Oh, apparent neck snapping? That's my shit.
He's like, that's number 3 in the spank bank.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't know, man. I don't even.
So yeah, Big Trox, what's wrong with your fucking voice?
Turnstile, motherfucker.
Oh, I'm gonna Google turnstile. Hold on, real quick before you tell us. Do you know, like when you say like, oh, don't say the C word? All of us just pictured the C word.
Mm-hmm.
All of us watching are now Googling turnstile death neck snap because not all of us because I'm not on break yet. But when I go on break, I'm gonna see it. I'll see it before Sunday.
That to yourself.
You're on the clock, motherfucker. We're not watching.
I'll see it before Sunday. I get 2 15s and a 30.
We're under this new thing where we don't want to get our videos yanked. So
yeah, I know. I want to see it, but we're not going to play it. Is that fair?
Yeah,
2 15s and a 30.
That's when you work for the government. That's 2 hots in a cot or whatever they say. You know what I mean?
That sounds like something that our next week's guest would probably say.
Yeah, that's true.
I definitely think we've got a lot of news to discuss. One more on that topic. I don't even want to tell you what close-up snapshots people posted on Twitter. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Lachey got to be PC. She's already looking that up. You know, she's watching that turnstile video right now.
Oh, yeah.
She got
everybody piling up the spank bank. I like that phrase
in my head or in my dreams. My dreams are already confusing enough. I don't need turnstiles.
Look at what you look like when you're awake. I can't imagine what you see when you're sleeping. Jesus Christ.
True that.
But what, Trox?
No, so I think Jay alluded to the fact that we've got some major things have happened in our world this week.
Sure.
Major medical events for at least 2/3 of the show, the upper half.
The soft cotton is not injured at all, and the other two, big and dirty.
Big and
you can't see my ailment. We can hear that something's going awry with Big Trox.
Yeah, right. I did legs and abs today. So what have you guys been up to?
Fuck, bro, I haven't worked out in 2 weeks.
Just use her first name by now. So weird you still say it like that.
Yo, legs and abs, what you doing on Saturday?
Oh, hey, this is this is Butterface. Oh shit, yeah, you're Thursday.
Oh, sorry. What's up, girl?
Yeah,
legs and abs is Saturday, dog.
Hey, I'm a legs and abs kind of guy.
Oh, sure.
Fucking Monday early morning, like 3 a.m. I woke up feeling like in the middle of that 3 a.m. Like I said, I woke up feeling like somebody literally hit me with a fucking Mack truck, and it was totally out of the blue. My body was shaking. I was shivering. It was just agonizing pain, and I'm like, what
current climate. You're like, I got the vid.
For real. That was my immediate first.
How do you not feel that?
I'm fucked. I wake up and I'm like, I'm shivering. I have to put on, I'm sleeping in bed with, and I'll pull back the curtain and the blanket, the proverbial deal here. I usually don't sleep with much on at all. And that night, all of a sudden I had to put on sweatpants, 2 t-shirts and a hoodie and a quilt. So I'm like, obviously something's fucking going on here. Get up in the morning and like immediately when my eyes open, I'm like, I can't go to work. This is not happening. I can't even get the energy to get up and get in the shower right now. And so I fortunately had some take home COVID tests, like the rapid ones or whatever. Sure. And I took one at home and it immediately came back negative. So I was like, all right, maybe this isn't COVID.
Yeah.
And at that point, I already had like 4 of the symptoms of COVID. So I'm like, this is, the body aches, the chills, the headache, the it just everything was kind of
Enough to
compounding
put you in the direction mentally, like, this is me. I'm
Yeah.
now a statistic.
For sure. And I'm like, well, fuck, this is gonna be real bad. And I'm like, I got little children in the house, and I'm like, so I'm just gonna I'm not gonna see my kids. I'm gonna be locked in a fucking in the fucking other room, quarantine for the next week. Yeah, they're out of rapid tests in every single store. Yeah, no shit.
Everywhere.
Not only are they
Crazy,
out of
yeah.
rapid tests everywhere, you can't even get a test anywhere else. So
When I went to buy some, they were like, how many people in your house? I said 4. She's like, there's 4 people in your house. I'm like, I'm not black marketing these. Yes.
Yeah.
Like, let me get them. But yeah, go ahead.
I have
My point is
9
that's like that
siblings.
everywhere.
There's no square footage. It's just 5 people.
Just 5 people.
Like dick.
So I sit all day Monday, and I'm like, all right, maybe this is just a cold. I'm just gonna let it get over it, and then tomorrow I'll figure it out. So I made a commitment to wake up on Tuesday. Let me back up just a second. I called the urgent care near me, and I was like, hey, can I come in and get a COVID test? And the dude basically laughed at me on the phone, and he's like, no. It's like there's 45 people waiting in line ahead of you right now. If you
Well,
came
how
down
about
here
you
right
lead
now,
with that asshole? Like, well,
right,
you
for real.
we got a line. Like, don't be a dick.
No, he was
Fucking,
a
I
dick.
hate people.
And so
Except
he's like,
people that
yeah,
work for
if you want to
Y'all are
test, you should line up out front of our urgent care tomorrow before we open. I'm like,
It's like
fuck,
record
man,
store day.
I was
go
just
get a
about to
COVID
say
test.
I haven't lined up anywhere since record
There's a
store
guy
day.
in front of you like, I'm selling shirts tomorrow for Raffy.
For real. So I head down to this fucking urgent care yesterday morning at 7 a.m. And they open at 8. And so I'm like freezing already because I'm still experiencing all these symptoms. So I'm in like full on winter gear and standing in front of this urgent care waiting to get my COVID test. Finally get inside, and I was the 3rd person in line. And I get inside and I check in and I said, hey, about how
already
long is
sold
the
out
wait?
of that one. You want any other ones?
For real. I get in about how long is the wait? And she said, oh, well, right now it's going to be an hour and a half to 2 hours because you've got all the people with appointments ahead of you. And I was like, all right. I said, do I wait in the lobby? And she goes, no, you have to go wait in your car. I was like,
which I'd probably rather anyways if everyone's there potentially with
seriously.
it. Yeah,
so I was like, all right,
I'd rather, but yeah.
So I go sit in my car and I just listen to the Stern Show while I'm waiting for them to call my number in. And about an hour and 15 goes by and they call me in and I go sit down. This place was like a factory of just COVID tests. Like, I swear to God, that's all they were doing. They were like bringing people in. Hey, what are your symptoms? Give you a quick little nose swab. Okay, the doctor's going to come in and take a look at you. The doctor walked in. He's like, do you have any questions? I said, yeah, do I have COVID? He's like, the rapid will come back in like an hour. And I said, okay, well,
are you going to come back in an hour, sir?
And he said, well, if you're positive, I'll call you and tell you next steps. Otherwise, just don't worry about it. And I'm like, I'm very clearly fucking ill. Like, this guy can see I'm pale. I'm like coughing. I can barely talk. And he's like, well, it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. I go home. I get the results like 45 minutes later that says that it's negative. And I'm just like, cool. I'm like, so something else is clearly killing me.
I was just about to say, it's good you don't, but like, then what do you? Like, something's wrong with you.
Right. Something's clearly wrong.
You've gotten sicker sounding during that story.
Yeah.
Like, your voice when you talk, you're not well yet.
I'm out of energy just even trying to tell this story. Like, that's how.
Yeah, no, I can tell. So it's like something's fucking wrong.
ER not doing shit better, Lachey. No, so I fucking
meant to say ear. Did you have an earache?
Oh yeah, that does say ear. See, I am sick.
Yeah. See? Yeah, I mean, so it's hard to say. They're probably doing the same shit, like just trying to get tests done. Everything's evolved into just that in a weird way.
That's all it was, dog. So I go home and I just immediately call my primary doctor and I'm like, hey, here's the deal, man. I've taken two fucking corona tests in the last 24 hours. Both of them came back negative and I feel awful. I don't think I've ever felt this sick in my life. I can't get off the couch. I can't sleep. Like, this is just fucking terrible. And my doctor was like, all right, well, we got a cancellation. We can get you in tomorrow and, come in. So that was today. Tracy says emergency room. Clearly. Grab a skunk. Yeah. Cleared the Rona swab. Exactly. Cleared two Rona swabs.
Yeah.
So I go to my regular doctor today and I tell him kind of all the same things. And she puts a stethoscope up to my chest and she goes, oh, you got a lot of stuff in there. I said,
Or
yeah.
she's like, oh, do you work out?
Yeah.
So up to
she
your chest and then her hand on your shoulders.
Right? Yeah. So she's like, this sounds really bad. So she immediately is like, all right, well, we're not going to do a COVID test for you because you've already had 2 in the last 24 hours. So we're going to skip the COVID test, but we're going to do all this other shit. She lists like fucking 6 different tests that they're going to run. And I was like, okay, do I come back for that? And she's like, no, you're not leaving until all of this is done. She's like, you're in bad shape and we need to
in
do
a
all this
way,
right now.
good. Take responsibility for my health, fucking doctor. Like, good. Don't let me leave. The other guy's like, oh, I'll call you maybe.
Yeah. Call you maybe. Exactly.
Like, fuck, man. I'm glad.
Sounds like you got the old swamp lung. Fucking on God, fam. I need to find it. I gotta find my mute button. This episode's gonna be riddled with coughs.
Yeah,
so
leave him in.
They take me back.
It's live. We're leaving him in.
Exactly. We ain't editing that shit out.
I'm not editing out the next one either. Good.
They take me back into the x-ray room. And this was the wildest part because the dude walks in with a wheelchair and he's like, hey, get in the wheelchair. I got to take you down to x-ray. And I'm like,
did you bleach it?
Bro, I'm like, I can walk. Like, I'm not here with broken legs. I'm just like, and he's like, no, you legally have to get in the wheelchair. It's 100 feet down the hall. And so
I don't buy that story.
Okay. So I climb into the fucking wheelchair. He wheels me down the hall, stands me in front of the x-ray thing. And goes, wow, you got some big
wheelchair?
No, he had to push me.
Wow.
She said, you got to Lysol that mic, my guy. Shit, ain't nobody coming to this mic.
I would have literally have you wipe the wheelchair down? Like, I'm not getting in that. It's a fucking communal chair at a hospital. I've been in a hospital. They're not clean.
So he stands me in front of the x-ray machine, starts running the x-rays, and he goes, wow, you got some big lungs. And I said, is that a good thing or a bad thing? And he goes, nah, neither.
I was going to say, it's completely irrelevant to what they're doing.
Yeah. And I'm like, big lungs. Okay, sounds good.
Your right nipple's just a little bit wider than your left. Did you ever know that? Do you ever have anybody tell you that?
For real.
Like,
I get back to the room and the doctor comes in and she's like, okay, so here's the deal, man. You have pneumonia. And
there it is.
And we're afraid that with the pneumonia, you probably also have COVID pneumonia. So we're going to run another COVID test.
You've got pneumonia?
Yeah. Good for that breath control on the mic. Yeah, for real. Pneumonia is really good for breath control.
He can't even breathe while he's breathing. Rather he get rapping.
Doc, they tell me that I've got pneumonia, that they're going to do another COVID swab, and they're like, this one we're sending off to the lab. Also, we need blood, we need stool.
Were the first one just the nares, like just inside your nose, or was it like the fucking brain scraper?
No, the first one was that like Binax now, where you just like kind of swab it in there.
But then you had a real one today?
No, then the second one, the PCR test, was kind of up there, and they kind of got in there a little bit.
And that was
this one. This one today, I feel like she fucking touched my brain, fam.
Yeah, like, dog. That's the one.
It was like she jammed it so far in there that I just started crying immediately, and I was like, I couldn't breathe. I was choking. It was awful. It was awful, fam.
I had for the first like 3 months of this current job, we had to have that one done once a week, all the way. The second they go back, you just fucking gush. And it was to the point where we're all like, we're not going to work here. Like, I don't want to die, but that's fucking painful. And you do not get used to it no matter how many times. So yeah, I understand. It's awful.
Nah, man. But so I'm 2 years into this fucking pandemic, and this is the first time that I actually had to get a real COVID test because
I don't miss them at all.
I've kept it real low key in terms of like my exposures, and it's worked out up until this point that I haven't had anything. So I've just thought that I remained lucky, and turns out I fucking have pneumonia. And so I'm just
COVID pneumonia, or we're waiting.
Well, I don't know yet. So by the time by the time the Sunday episode airs, I'll know. So I'll be chatting with y'all on the chat box.
Fuck
on the
yeah, it
Sunday
does, Laney.
episode,
God
'cause,
damn.
yeah, I'll know by tomorrow, I think, whether or not I actually have COVID.
So are you still like rocking like masks at home with the kiddos and shit like that?
Thank
Yeah,
you,
I mean,
wise guys.
You got to, man.
Yeah, show must go on. No, I have been, man. I'm trying not to breathe on my children. I've been,
Especially your fucking you got a baby, man, as we've discussed.
Yeah, I got a
multiple
baby.
times.
At
Like,
least the preteen is vaxxed up, so I feel a little bit safer with her, but not the baby, and
oh, fuck,
and
not the baby.
The older kid comes up to me and she's like, "Am I allowed to give you a hug?" And like I'm looking fucking awful. Like I'm white as a ghost. I'm wearing a mask in my house, and my daughter goes, "Can I give you a hug?" And I just look at her and I was like, "Probably not." Like, let's just. How about I give you an air five from across the room? Like I'm not trying to get you fucking
so. Man, stop it, because that's how you're
man.
gonna get me like tearing up on the show, man. It's like those little kids will get you every time. Like I can't imagine, bro.
Yeah,
I can't imagine that.
It's been an awful week. Doctor informs me that I can't go to work for at least the rest of this week. For real, wise guys, she's the best. So I can't go to work for at least the rest of this week. And they're like, depending on what the result of these other tests are, we'll let you know where things are going to go from there. But yeah, they ran more tests on me today than I feel like I've had run probably in the last 10 years collectively.
God damn, man, that's so shitty.
I feel fucking miserable. And
I would imagine.
But hey, I'm here. And the drugs that they gave me, I said, "Am I allowed to have a cocktail with that?" And they said, "Absolutely." So cheers,
you
boys,
do it up there, buddy.
Cheers.
You're not on pain meds. You're just on like antibiotics, I assume.
Antibiotics and an inhaler for my lungs.
Yeah, you could drink on that shit.
Do you think with all of those? Do you think with all those tests that they found the syphilis for sure?
Could be. It could be syphilis. What if that's what it is?
Oh,
if the whole time they're
stage syphilis. Wow.
I don't remember that. No, I don't think I did. No, that's not.
Yo, wise guys, you'll appreciate what's in this glass, my friend.
For about 5
this
years,
this is the same thing that you drink all the time. This is Tin Cup, baby. They're not a sponsor yet, but I drink it even though they ain't paying me for it.
Not yet.
Not yet. Such dumb shit.
At least I have good insurance. That's right. Scrub Hop Talk provides great insurance. We are one of the leading insurers in the game.
We spent all the money on insurance for the show, and we skipped out on the backgrounds. That's the problem.
We skipped out on Troxy Cotton's wardrobe so that we could afford insurance for the crew.
Troxy Cotton's like, can I get a banner with the whole logo? We're like, how about 80% of a full logo? Would that be okay? How about Rub Hop Talk?
So yeah, so the last thing I want to say on that, because obviously this all happened like 2 hours before we started filming tonight. So I posted on my IG, for those of you that are following me at Big Trox 303. I posted a picture of me on a nebulizer at the doctor's office, and I said, tune in tonight to find out what this is all about. So
God damn,
thanks for
man.
tuning in. If you do follow me on the Instagrams.
But if you don't, start following him.
Yes, Tracy, we are hiring.
Hell yeah.
Always hiring here at Scrub Hop Talk. Unfortunately, we don't pay very well, but who does these days? Am I right?
Am I right?
Come on.
Listen, it's tough.
COVID, syphilis. That's right.
Oh man. I hope it's not COVID. Pneumonia is a motherfucker. Pneumonia is taking people that I like a lot out of my life. So pneumonia's a bitch. Take care of yourself. Get better.
I'm putting my Instagram handle there on my fucking thing so that if you're not following me, you hit that up at Big Trox 303. That's going to be on your Twitters. That's going to be on your Instagrams. I don't fuck with Facebook. That's my own personal preference. Okay.
Candy Crush is no longer worth his while. So
Candy Crush, man.
Facebook.
I killed that motherfucker.
You were all over that shit.
Nah, man. So I don't have the Ronus. Man, all week, like in our group chat, you guys, all three of us, we were convinced that I had COVID.
Oh,
like all the symptoms that I kept telling you guys, you're like, yeah, you definitely have COVID.
I didn't want to make many jokes about it because I was like, I'm pretty sure that's just what's going on.
Yeah.
And that's fucking mad whack, and people die from that shit. So I'm glad that's not you.
Well, and the thing is that I don't know if I don't have it yet. So that's the wackest part, is that it's like still kind of in limbo. And so I asked the doctor, I'm like, do I need to just stay away from everybody? And she's like, yeah, you should probably quarantine. And I said, if it's just pneumonia, is that contagious? And she said, don't cough on your kids. It's like, okay.
Your doctor sounds
nighttime
cool.
rituals now over.
Yeah, cough on my
Yeah,
kids all the time.
cough on your kids.
Like Lucia said, I mean, until tomorrow, you're not going to know whether or not you have COVID or syphilis, and it still could be both. So, let's just prayers for Big Trox. We're going to hope he doesn't have COVID or syphilis or
COVID
man,
related syphilis.
he ain't wrong, man. It's going around like a motherfucker. A lot of my extended families got it.
Well, that's the thing that's fucking whack is like I barely saw anybody for the holidays. I saw my down below, I saw my parents and one of my sisters, and that's it. I didn't get together with any friends. No, like I haven't been to work in 2 weeks, so it's not like I've seen a lot of people. So I'm like, where the fuck? And everybody else that I know isn't sick. So I'm like, did I just contract this from like breathing air outside? I barely gone outside. So how did that happen?
It's fucking hard to say, man. It's the one episode I'm like not even trying to make any jokes. I'm like, fuck, man. It's super stale, and I hope to God that that's not the case.
Yeah, we'll just in the description. We'll just
whack.
We've got like the Squid Game special. We got the Cottonmouth King special. We'll just make this the Trox has pneumonia special. Yeah, because I feel fucking terrible, guys. And as soon as these cameras turn off, I'm gonna go crawl under a blanket and sleep till tomorrow.
But since we don't know that it's not syphilis yet, can we call it the syphilis special instead?
Well, you're still here.
Hey-o.
Let's get away from that.
Sorry
so I know that
about your weekend. I had a nice weekend.
Nobody asked how your weekend was.
JDirty,
not even your week.
I played some games.
So JDirty, I know that you had also some news that you wanted to share. Do we want to go into that now? Do you want to postpone that for a later date? I mean, we can do whatever. We can do whatever you like.
Why don't we? We'll go into that on Sunday night because we're already about a half hour into this. We have got we'll tune into my ailments, should I say, on Sunday night. You can't see mine as they're below the screen. But it has to do with I gained
it's cotton.
I gained a lot of girth recently, and we will discuss that very soon.
It's definitely cotton. He's the girthiest member of the show.
I'm very turgid.
Turgid. He used that word in a chat to me yesterday, and it made me literally laugh out loud. And then I started coughing and choking, and I was like, I gotta stop laughing.
It's a great word.
I didn't even consider that. I try to be funny, not knowing you're dying on the other end.
I've been watching a lot of comedies over the past few days because obviously I've been trapped on my couch, and so I've just been binging shit.
But if laughing hurts, why aren't you watching like documentaries or something? Like
for real. We call them
being
docs
for
on the
real.
show. I don't know if you knew.
Oh, I watch a lot of docs.
Tracy said snip snip. Oh no, Tracy, JDirty Ben snip snip. And that's what
Oh, is that the speculation of me? Oh yeah, I got fucking snipped like 3 years ago. Greatest decision ever.
Turgid?
Yeah.
Oh, I get way more turgid now, though.
The thought of not having children makes him way more children.
You buy a bigger gun when you know you're not going to kill anybody. You know what I mean? I call it my Alec Baldwin. Anyways, y'all, this has been the live episode of Scrub Hop Talk. We crazy appreciate you. 2 of us are here. 1 of us is dying. Join us this
I'm not
Sunday.
dying. I just can't think of anything fun to do.
Like I said, join us this Sunday night. We are going to have Canonized homie X1G Flows on the show with us, going into all sorts of his crazy stories. It's going to be stupid fresh. I cannot wait to talk to him and have him on the show. So please join us for that. And every Wednesday night we'll be right here. Well, that's a lie. Most Wednesdays. We're going to talk about why in a couple weeks. We're not going to be here on a Wednesday night. But anyway,
we'll still be here that week.
We're here. Yeah, we'll be here that week for sure. And join us this Sunday, twitch.tv/scrubhop, here every Wednesday, and then the reruns on scrubhop.com. We appreciate you all for joining us. Peace the fuck out.
Give us your love.